Hi, it's Eliana. So today I am going to discuss the findings of my remote viewing for immortal beings having elemental ruins and power symbols. I had done a remote viewing on seeing how elemental ruins and power symbols work on beings that are literally immortal. They're part of Source Creator's team of first immortals that he had ever created to develop planets, to develop galaxies, to develop universes within the multiverse. Since Creator sees everything and works in all creation, but he's not everywhere at the same time. So I wanted to see, how does creation work? What kind of beings are in creation? So there's a bit of a hierarchy. There's Source Creator, then there's the angelics and the angelic realm, then there's the immortal beings. After that, there's the gods and goddesses in the god worlds. Then there is the guardians in the guardian worlds, and then there's the other realms of fairy, Tuatha Danann, the Fae or fairy. There's elves, elven beings, there is spirit beings, there's elemental beings, there's all kinds of paranormal beings. There's shapeshifters, there's witches, vampires. There's a whole world beyond the 3D. And there's the humanoid realms with humans that have supernatural abilities and humans that are on the ascension process and awakening. So there's sort of a bit of a hierarchy, but the focus of this remote viewing is to look at the elemental ruins of elemental powers that the immortals have. So the immortals are eternal. They can't be killed. They work with Source Creator and they implement the Law 1 Codex commandments, if you will. There's like 20 commandments, and it is about keeping order, keeping life going, keeping everything aligned in the universe as well, the multiverse. And each of these immortals, they have a power ruin, which is the blue one at the bottom. That's the power ruin that keeps their abilities in check to make sure that they're not corruptible, that they don't become corruptible. And there's other ruins that are the elemental powers that they have, like fire, water, air, earth, and the 5 elements, which is again fire, air, water, earth, lightning, and other ones. So they work with the elements of life, elements of creation itself. Because elements is life, it's the elemental symbols of creation. Creation of the earth, the ground, the water, everything that creates life on planets. So that's what these immortals have. They have elemental symbols and ruins on their bodies. It's energy symbols, ruins. It's not tattoos. These were energetically created by Source Creator and embodied within the immortals. There's also keys. There's energy keys to enter different realms, galaxies, worlds. So the elemental life creation ruins, They all have that, and some of them have multiple elements that they can work with: lightning, water, or air, ground, earth. So those are, or spirit, because the elemental energy is made up of mind, spirit, body, energy, life, death, creation. And that is the energetic creation. Then there's the symbols: heat, fire, lava, ether, light, blood, liquid, storm, air, sound, life, sight, and light. Creation itself, planetary bodies, galaxies, light and darkness as well. So all of that combines to create the elements and the elemental symbols, ruins, power ruins. And that's what I was remote viewing, what these immortals have. What is their power source of power? And these immortals can take on any type of appearance. They might not always look the same. They can shapeshift and change appearance for the work that they do on planets, making sure planets are evolving and the beings on the planets are evolving the way they should, so they can go to different universes, galaxies, realms, dimensions, densities. They are very powerful beings, immortals, literally. And there's different codes that they have, and symbols and ruins. And that's what I was doing with that remote viewing, to see what those are. So they have the power ruin of creation, and that keeps the checks and balances to make sure they don't become corrupt. Then they have the elemental ruins, power elemental ruins of the elements that they work with. Some of them can have more than one element, some of them have one element, but it's all connected to creation. When creation first began, that's when these immortals were created, both male and female in genders of equal, half male, female. And some of them have wings, some don't. In most cases, you can't see their faces. They're covered in robes or some kind of attire that keeps them shrouded in mystery for the work that they do. They prefer to be anonymous. Some of them you can see their faces a little bit more for these immortal beings, but they have energy codes to be able to enter different realms. And these are the energy codes that I was seeing in the remote viewing from one of the beings whose name is Majara, who I saw in the remote viewing. And there's many immortals. And I also kept seeing the symbols of elemental connection, the elements: fire, water, light, air, mana, dark, light, earth, psyche, and ether, because all of those elements are connected to them and their abilities. It's all interconnected with abilities and what abilities they have. And some of them make the power ruins. They actually create them energetically and bestow them to the other immortals when immortals are created, to basically create things in the universes and to keep order, to keep balance. That's what immortals do in these universes, because the universes are like spheres within the multiverse. The multiverse is the biggest sphere, and the smaller spheres are all the other universes, where there's different kinds of realms, densities, worlds, God worlds, immortal worlds, creation worlds, human worlds, extraterrestrial worlds, within multi-dimensions, trans-dimensions, all kinds of densities and realms where these beings live. but the immortals can travel through most universes, realms, and densities. That's how powerful they are, to keep balance, to help with the ascension process, and to keep things evolving in the natural order that they should, to keep peace, to keep the balance. But they work with energetic elemental ruins, power ruins, symbols of energy, with their abilities to work with water, to work with fire, air, earth, lightning, and other elements on different planets, to create planets, to stabilize planets, terraform planets. They're even able to reset creation. If something is not going right in what's being created, they can reset that and realign it in a timeline to work better. So they have that ability, and they do that type of work as well. But they work with the elements primarily when they go to different worlds to balance things and to check up on evolution, so they don't interfere with living beings. They're not supposed to be seen. They do their work in the background, behind the scenes. They can be invisible, but if anybody ever sees them, they'll see beings that fit in, that can look humanoid, but they're not, because they can take on different shapes and appearances. They can look like anything or anyone. They are from creation itself. They come from the creator of all universe creations. Source creator, divine creator, prime creator, God, whatever you want to call the creation of everything. That is what created them, the immortals, the angelics, and so on. And there's key codes to open portals to go to different realms, and that's what they work with as well, to travel to different universes. And that's what we're seeing right here from this remote viewing. Everything is encoded in golden light frequency, because they work with frequencies of pure energy fields from creation itself, and with these power ruins that help them connect to everything that is in creation and what gives them their abilities as immortals. So this is what I had been remote viewing, because everything is interconnected in life. Everything is like a star of creation. Everything comes from creation, from light, from energy, from stars. Stars have been created by these immortals, planets, galaxies. They've created life on planets. They've seeded planets with plant life, animal life, coded DNA to create living beings. They've done that on many planets and many star systems, galaxies, universes. That's part of some of their work that they do as well. So I just wanted to share this remote viewing and the results of it. Thank you so much.